So we're going to go through the patch notes together, their tank changes and the other changes as well, the healers and such. So we'll go first with the Vanguard adjustments because those are the ones everyone actually really cares about. Because they buffed all the tanks. Hand of Heaven brings a even slightly greater threat to the battlefield. Increased movement speed, which I think she really needed. Okay, so her spear is going to be a lot stronger as well, meaning it'll be just a lot harder to take out when it is online. Which is fine. It isn't the worst thing in the world by giving a 200 bonus, because that thing gets melted very quickly. Cap. Okay, that might make him a kind of a must pick. Because now its ult, besides giving shield, also grants 30% ultimate energy charge efficiency. So that means in overtime, if Cap ults and he's protecting his team, or the point, and you have just one other person, you're going to get ults faster. So that's actually pretty good. Because Cap was just a pure diver, and if you weren't able to get picks with Cap, you were pretty useless, so this ult change might make him a bit more effective. Honorable Ward gains unstoppable status within. Okay, so he's going to be CC immune, or knockback immune at least, within 15 meters of his thick wall. What did they think Hulk needed? Whereas each direct hit reduces indestructible guards cooldown by 1%. Oh, no, no. So his bubble, now, the thing is, it has a decent cooldown of like 8 seconds. But now if you take damage and people keep hitting you, you can get it back a lot sooner. Which might not be the best thing, because Hulk is in everyone's face all the time. Magneto, this is the one I'm very happy about. His bubbles, his self bubble and the ally bubble, are now at 2 separate cooldowns. So now you no longer have to choose to protect an ally and yourself. You can do both, which is going to make him a much more needed pick. Because now Magneto no longer has to pick between protecting his support or protecting himself, because now he can do both, which is going to make him a lot tougher. But they did reduce the bubbles cooldown from 250 to 200, which is fine. It's not the worst thing in the world, because you're still got 200 health of protection for both you and your ally, so that's pretty good. This, I think, is going to be horrible. Penny's new ability is that her nest now gives 15 seconds of healing for everyone inside the web. The reason I say that's a bad thing is because we don't know how strong Penny's stall is going to be now in certain maps, because she's going to be able to guarantee lock a certain area, and if your healers die, her nest is still online, you still have a healer. So I think this might probably get a nerf. If not, she's doing as much healing as Ultron does with his frickin' drone. So let's see. And you get 25% movement speed, so you're faster in her web as well. So that's BS in my opinion. Thing. Yeah, we're gonna get into this because that's a lot of stuff. So instead of his shield going to one person, that 20% damage reduction is going to go to everyone in a certain radius, which of 5 meters, which is not much. But in a game where everyone's either very grouped up or very separated, this might be very strong. Battle Blitz now, when he jumps to an enemy, rather than giving himself 20% protection, he's going to give the enemy 20% vulnerability. And this also applies to all enemies in there. So if the enemy's grouped up, you're going to be able to kill them faster. When I heard about this the first time, 90 to 55, I was like, okay, fine, fair. Because his right click is absurdly strong. They got rid of the 50 bonus up. But in its stead, you're doing 8% of enemies' max health per hit, and gain health equal to 100 HP. This is good, because now that means things are going to be a lot tankier when he's fighting. but when it's time to run, he can't just spam his right click just to get that 50 bonus HP to survive. So he's going to be easier to kill. So I think this change is good, but you just turn Think into a tank killer, which is funny in my opinion. Because with the buffs that you're giving, you're going to need at least one or two more tank killers in the game, so this is actually going to be fine. Hawkeye Hawkeye is now going to be able to two-shot most tanks if he gets a headshot or one-shot essentially the entire roster with headshots. So, but he's already been able to do that, so it's not here nor there. So, our situation, basically just beware of a really good Hawkeye because they're just going to ruin your day. Mr. Fantastic becomes stretchier and tougher. Reflex rubber can now be used during inflated state after reaching 100 elasticity. Remove 350 bonus health on entering inflated state. Now gain 350 maximum health and one-time heal of 350, which is removed upon exiting the inflicted state. Just, okay, at this point, just make him a tank. Just keep his health at permanently 700 and say he's a tank. Just get rid of his inflated state ability or make it his permanent thing. I don't know at this point because this guy's just a tank at this point. He's just in the wrong part of the select screen. He's a tank at this point. Honestly, I think they wanted to make him a tank, or they designed him to be a DPS, but he fits the tank role very well. And I've seen many Mr. Fantastic that have out-tanked many tanks as DPS, so at this point you might as well just give him the permanence 350 max health that they're doing here, and then when he gets into his inflated state, he just gains another bonus 150. Call it a day. And he's a tank. Reduce some of his damage so he doesn't hit as hard. Phoenix. Okay, that's not too bad. But it makes sense because they got rid of the Blade tech, so they're gonna obviously boost her range damage. I'm a bit not too happy about this Spidey. His web cluster reduction from 2.5 to 2 seconds, that's fine. It's his damage that I'm a bit worried about. Because Spider-Man, still, the really good Spider-Man are able to do a lot of damage. But 10, honestly, not that big of a threat, especially since he hasn't gotten any decent team-ups in a while. The John team-up is really bad. His Venom team-up was really good, but that's gone and I don't think it's coming back. And she's back to 110 damage. Fine. Squirrel is useless anyway, I don't like her. Roro empowers her abilities, increase weather control, so 12% increase goddess boost, 15%. Okay, I guess that's fine. That's fine. Because they're buffing the healers and the tanks, so it makes sense for them to actually buff some of the other characters that give damage boost. Okay, Frank Castle lost his team up, but he gains 2 raw power. They're increasing his health from 275 to 300. That's fine. Adjust adjudicator maximum fall off 40 meters from 70 to 85%. Okay, so he's still going to do a lot of damage, just the distance has been, okay, they're just buffing his damage basically. Again, his single round bullets have also increased by 2, which is what they nerfed it to prior to all of this because he was hitting too hard. Wolverine. Yeah, basically they put him back to where he was. His Feral Leap has also reduced its cooldown because he's going to be a massive, massive pick against these tanks now. Adam Warlock, his flight lead has been increased, which is good. Makes him a lot harder to follow. His ult still needs a buff because it's not able. His heals are not strong enough, and his ultimate is his biggest power play, so it makes sense. Because if an Adam Warlock does screw up his ult, you still lost, so it's fine. It's not too bad, but I don't think he's going to see any more play than he already does. Health increase to CMD is fine because they're like, okay, we can't get rid of BP killing you guys. We're just gonna give you enough health so BP cannot one-shot you anymore. Invisible Woman. This is going to be very dangerous because they've given her 5 more damage, which is fine. Nothing too insane. They've increased the range for her force physics and her auto attack, so that's insane. And the shield, now she can deploy it in front of herself, which means you're going to have a lot more times of where Sue's just going to block Magneto ults, Iron Man ults, and even Groot ults, because she can just insta-cast it towards her, and you can't do anything about it. Yeah, so they're increasing Loki's health again so he doesn't get deleted by BP. And they have... Okay, new effect heals for an extra 10 health. Okay, so they've just increased his healing. So that's not too bad. They've also increased his damage a little bit, but that's fine. He needed something, because the last one had gutted this poor guy. Rocket Raccoon. Okay, they reduce his BRP from 45 to 40 seconds, that's fine. Increase repair mode maximum count from 5 to 7. Okay. And okay. Okay. So we're gonna have 7 orbs out rather than the normal 5. They've just increased his bullet time speed. That's basically it. Now here are the new team up abilities. I hate this one. I said it when I saw it the first time. This is going to be a nightmare. If you think Moon Knight's things are just annoying enough, Blade can do that, but he doesn't have to aim. He can just hit you, which I think is horrible and mean and a bannable offense. Magneto's getting a team up with Gambit, which is sort of a reimagining of the Wanda team up, but rather than slashing arcs, it's just shooting swords at people, which I like, but I still want the Wanda slashing the blade thing because that looks so cool. Hawkeye's team up is his slash heals allies and knocks people back and gives them anti. Why? Why does Hawkeye need a slash heal thing? It's funny, but they're really trying to make this season about snipers. Chilling Assault lost Hawkeye, and that's basically it. Luna Force is gone, so that's gone. We're not going to see it. The Metal Protection just no longer has Magneto in it, and honestly, the Luna Force thing I think could have stayed. It's such a fun one, and wasn't too OP that everyone's abusing it, and wasn't too weak that no one was using it. So it was an okay one. Mental projection is gone for Magneto. It's still for Psylocke and Emma, but it's gone for Magneto, because Magneto has his own team up now. This thing is gone, which I'm very happy about. It was probably one of the most useless team ups ever, because I'd never seen it used successfully. The Phoenix team up, this I can get with. They've just basically slapped healing bullets onto BW. She has 15 bullets, and all 15 of them can heal, and they have enough healing to challenge almost the entire cast of our healers. So this might bring Black Widow to be more playable for people that can't hit their shots on the enemy. You'll be able to hit your allies, give them heals so they can take care of the enemy. And I think this is like kind of a step in the right direction, because people are like, oh, I don't want to play healer, or why we need a third healer. This Penny and BW can sort of substitute out in here and there for this role specifically as a third healer, like a very minor third healer role. But let's see how things work out. Hopefully, we see more about these characters, and I'm very interested in Gambit. So we are getting another strategist, which I'm very happy about. with all of these changes where they're moving the hero role towards DPS and tanks, I don't know if we're gonna get if they're just gonna cheese out other DPS characters and just give current cast members some sort of healing team up with either Rocket or CND or Gambit or someone else until they're able to sort of hold us over and get more healers ready for release. But that's what that is, and that's the changes so far. Let me know what you guys think.